In this video, we will demonstrate how to build and configure the image gallery widget. Here is an example of a pre-built image gallery widget. The image gallery widget will display the images from a specified folder. The widget is configured by selecting a pre-built folder of images from your content tree. The images will display as thumbnails on the page, like you see here, within a grid view. Upon clicking on an image, a pop-up module will appear, allowing the user to click through the images using the arrows or the arrows on their keyboard and closing out of the image. If a description has been added to the image, a user can hover over and see that description, or when on the actual image, they can see the description as well. If paging has been enabled, a user can go ahead and click through any remaining page numbers to view the rest of the images. And if the first and last arrow buttons have been enabled, a user can also use the first and last arrows to navigate through the pages as well. Note that there is a limit of one image gallery per page. Building and configuring the image gallery widget is a three-step process. The first step involves creating a folder. The second step is adding photos to that folder. And the third step is adding that folder to the widget. So let's go ahead and start with the folder. In order to create the folder, you're going to add it within your content tree. The best option is to add the folder as a child page. And note that the folder will not appear on the club site and will be hidden from the navigation by default. Once the folder is created and images are uploaded to the folder will be added to the image gallery widget. So to add our folder, we're going to choose the page within the content tree, click that plus sign, and select the folder option. Then you can go ahead and give your folder a name. So I'll enter that here. And let's just go ahead and save your folder. Now that we have our folder, the second step is to go ahead and add those images into our folder. We can do that by selecting our folder within the content tree, clicking that plus sign again, and this time we're actually going to use the file option. We will use the file option to upload each of our images. So to do so, you're just going to look for that upload file button, navigate over to your folder, select our image. You do have the option of including an optional description, and that's the description that will appear when a user hovers their mouse over the image on the live site, or they open the image into the pop-up module. So we're just going to put a description. Now, if this is the only image you're adding to the folder, you can go ahead and click Save. However, if you are going to add multiple images, we can go ahead and click Save and create another. This will add that image into our folder and allow us to upload another one. So you can go ahead and complete this process until you've added all your images. So let's go ahead and upload one more image for our demonstration. I'm going to click Upload File, select our image, and since that's our last image, I'm just going to go ahead and save. If you ever want to add a description or adjust the description for an image, you're simply going to click on the image and you can update that description within the Form tab under Description. Also, if you ever need to replace this image, you can always click the arrow under Update and add a new version. Or if you don't want the image at all, you're simply going to be clicked on the image within your content tree and click that trash can. You can also rearrange the order of the images as they appear within the image gallery by using your up and down arrows. Now that we have our image gallery and some images, we're going to start by creating a template so we can go ahead and add that image gallery widget. So I'm going to add that to our About Us page. We'll click the plus sign. We're going to go into our page menu item and give our page a name. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and select the one column template and click Save. When creating the image gallery widget, we can either add it to an extra large or a large content block. So we're going to add it to our large content block. We're going to click on that hamburger menu and click Add New Widget. Then go ahead and locate your widget and select. The first thing we want to do is select the file path for the widget. and that will connect to the folder that we just created. So we'll click select, and then in the content tree, you're going to go ahead and navigate over to that folder. Once you've selected your folder, go ahead and click select. Then we have a few more settings that we can configure within the widget. First, there's enable paging. If enabled, the user will be able to click through pagination links to navigate through the pages. If paging is enabled, you can go ahead and set your page size, and this controls how many images will appear per page. Then you have the show first and last buttons. If enabled, this will allow a user to navigate to the first and last page using the applicable first and last arrows. And lastly, we have check permissions. If enabled, only the roles associated to the page via the security settings will be able to view the images on the page. Once you've configured the widget, go ahead and click Save and Close. Then just make sure you do save your page. And scrolling down, there we can go ahead and see our image gallery widget.